Hey everyone, Magpie Gaming here, and this is a video about the Xbox One X. Now, last night I sat and watched the live reveal of this on YouTube. Sat and watched it while I was chatting to a friend of mine, Neil, and if I was to score this conference out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7. It wasn't really... I don't know, there was something missing from this conference, definitely. It was well done, it looked really good, you know, the people that presented it did it really well, but I don't know, the crowd didn't really get into it. There was a lot of game reveals there was a lot of videos, one after the other, premieres and exclusives, but the crowd never seemed to really get into it. But there was some good information that came out of the conference. Of course, we had the official name of the new console, so Project Scorpio will now basically vanish into the midst of time, really. It's now going to be called the Xbox One X going forward, and it looks like a pretty sleek console. It's a little grey box, it's smaller than the Xbox One S, although it doesn't look radically smaller, maybe a tiny bit smaller, a couple of centimetres at the most. But yeah, it looks like a quite unassuming box. I would assume that eventually it'll come out in different colours too. The little LED display on the front that gives you your FPS counter that was present on the dev kits, that's now gone, so a lot of people will be a little bit upset about that. It would have been a nice touch to keep, you know, you could have kept it and maybe used it to display other things, but no, that's gone now. They also revealed the specs of the machine, which I'm not going to go into because they don't really mean a lot to me, and they probably don't mean a lot to a lot of other people as well. There'll be a lot of geeky people out there that are well into the specs, and by all means, you know, that's fair enough, they mean a lot to you, but to me, all I want to know, along with a lot of other people, is can this machine deliver on what they say, and can it do native 4K? And they say yes, it can. Now, I joked with my friend that it will do native 4K, but it will be locked at 30 FPS. Then they blew me out the water by saying that Forza 7 runs at native 4K at a bang on 60 FPS. Now, I'm British, so pessimism and cynicism come built in with me, and I have to wonder how true that is. Now, I'm not going to say that they can't run it at 60 FPS at 4K, I'm sure they can, but what kind of graphical fidelity are you going to be looking at when it runs like that? I know as a PC gamer what it costs and what it takes to make a game run at 60 FPS at native 4K. It takes hell of a lot of power, it takes hell of a lot of money to get there, and I don't know how well a $500 console can do that. Now, it probably does run native 4K at 60 FPS, but how many of the other graphical settings are turned right down to achieve that? I can only think that it's quite watered down so that it can achieve that. I mean, on a TV, on a 4K display, it's probably still going to blow most people away, definitely, but for purists, I wouldn't consider myself a purist, I don't think. Maybe I am. But yeah, for purists, it's maybe not going to tick all of the boxes. It's not aimed at at appeasing PC gamers. It's aimed at giving the Xbox core fans what they want, and I think this is exactly what they wanted. Now, they showed a lot of games. Obviously, Forza 7 is going to launch with this console. It's going to launch with 700 cars, which is just absolutely insane. So that's going to be a game that I may be looking to get. I'm not a huge Forza fan. I like Forza Horizon, but Forza itself, I can't remember the last one I played. I'm pretty sure that I haven't played the last 3 at least, so it's maybe something that I will go into, but I might skip it, I'm not too sure yet. Then we had Assassin's Creed Origin. That looks really good on this console, and they're taking that into an open world kind of setting, so that's looking really good. It's going to be set in Egypt, which is a new setting for the game. Graphically looks really good, but again, I'm on the fence because I haven't been a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed games, so it's a maybe, that one for me. Then we had Crackdown 3, that was introduced by Terry Crews. This was a brilliant launch trailer, it looked really good. I love Crackdown, it's a good game, but again for me they didn't show enough of the gameplay. You know, it was just flashes of it, and it was next to the next scene, and it was all a bit too quick. I wanted to see a little bit more gameplay from that, but that's one that I'll be definitely investing in. Looks really good, and I hope you get to play Terry Crews in it. I love that guy, I think he's ace. Of course, there was Middle-earth, Shadow of War. Again, not something that I buy into, but graphically it looked really good. Huge cinematic pieces for that, big open worlds to play in, so yeah, that's looking really good. Then you had Minecraft getting 4K support and a graphics upgrade. And I don't know, it's Minecraft, the graphics aren't that good anyway, so how good can it look in 4K? But that's getting 4K support. They're also saying that they're going to unify the whole gaming experience for Minecraft. So does that mean that you'll be able to import worlds from one console to another? You know, that would be a good bonus for everybody that plays that, so that you can play your same worlds across all devices. That's something that is very necessary for that game, I believe. Then you had a lot of indie titles shown, didn't really get the crowd going. There was some trailers that really didn't reveal what the hell the game was or what it was about. And the trailer finished and everybody's just like, yeah, am I supposed to clap? I don't know. So, again, you know, it was parts of it was boring, to be honest, but these things are always exciting from beginning to end, and they wanted to get out all of the games that they've got coming for the Xbox One X, because there's a lot riding on it for Xbox. I think they've been playing second fiddle to Sony for a while, but this, I believe, might boost them back into the foray again and put them on an even footing with Sony. That's my guessing anyway. There was Dragon Ball Z Fighter announced. Again, not another one that I would bother with, but the crowd seemed fairly okay with that one. There was the news that quite a few games will be getting graphical upgrades, and these will be for free. So if you already own these titles, you'll be able to start playing them on the Xbox One X when you get it, and you will get 4K support for these games out of the bag. That's Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 3, Killer Instinct, Halo Wars 2 and Minecraft. So they will all get upgraded. There was a couple of third-party titles that will be included as well. There's Final Fantasy, is it 15? I don't know, XV, I don't know what Roman numerals that works out at. Resident Evil 7 and Ghost Recon Wildlands and Rocket League, and there are due to be more announced as we go on. Then the one thing that got the crowd cheering the most out of the whole of the presentation was the fact that the original Xbox One games are finally going to be added into Xbox One's backward compatibility program. And people got up and cheered for this. There were people up clapping. Somebody shouted that they love Phil Spencer when he announced this. So this really got people going, and I found it really odd. The backwards compatibility program isn't something that I've used on my Xbox, and it is probably something that I will use eventually, but right now it's not something that I've bought into. And the fact that even though you've revealed all of this new stuff coming, people get most excited for what's been and gone in the past really amuses me. I don't understand it. I can understand the need for wanting to go back to a classic that you've played now and again. For me personally, I only want to go forward in gaming. I don't want to go backwards. But that's an each to their own kind of thing, you know. People that do that, fair enough. It's just not for me, that's all. Now, they didn't list all of the games that will be added to this. So far, the only one that they showed was Crimson Skies, but I'll assume that there's going to be a lot more added to this as we go forward. There was quite a few other games revealed. I can't remember all of them. There was that many coming out. There was Sea of Thieves. That got some new gameplay footage shown. Really good trailer, well thought out, very well narrated. Looks interesting. I said to my friend Neil, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy into that. And then as I kept watching, I thought, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Seemed like quite a chilled out game though, so I think a lot of people will enjoy that one. You've had State of Decay 2, that looks really good. There's a new cooperative multiplayer coming with that, so I do love my post-apocalyptic games, so I will probably be buying into that one. There was PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, of course, which will be coming to the Xbox One, and people didn't really get excited for that. And I think the reason for that is that a lot of people have probably played it on the PC and know the limitations of this game, and there's still a lot of work to be done with this game. I'm taking nothing away from it. I enjoy it, I have a lot of fun playing that game and I play it quite a lot. But will it go over to the Xbox One properly? I don't know. I think it'll do alright, but I'm not sure if it's really an Xbox, console type of game. I don't really think it's going to translate well over to them, but I could be wrong. I could be very wrong with that. But yeah, it is a good game, so I hope that people on the Xbox give it a go and, find out what all the ooey about this game is. And hopefully by the time it does release, then they will have sorted the server lag out, because server lag's a big issue in that game. We had Metro Exodus, that was debuted, and graphically looked insane. There's some really good effects in that, looks really good. Not a massive Metro fan, but the trailer looked good. Not sure if it'll make me buy into it, but that's definitely a maybe for me. And then we had the last reveal of the night. Now they had a guy from BioWare go on stage and he revealed Anthem. and this game has me sold on the Xbox One X. This is the one game that hooked me in completely. Above all of the others, this looks good. It looks amazing. It's a bit of a cross between Titanfall, Horizon Zero Dawn and Destiny, and it does look good. I like the look of it. Graphically, it looks insane, and gameplay wise, it looks exactly like the kind of game that I like to play. So yeah, I'm sold on this new console for sure. Will I be buying one? Yes. Will I be getting that game? Yes. Will I be getting some of the other games that I've listed? Almost definitely yes. So yeah, it was a good conference. Like I say, I give it a 7 out of 10. The big disappointment was that there was no Halo reveal. This is their new flagship console, and it needs that flagship franchise, I think, to push it on. Not taking anything away from the games that they revealed for it, but I think a lot of people were hoping that there'd be some sort of Halo news, but there was none whatsoever. So that's a little bit disappointing, but still quite a good launch, quite a good reveal of the console. Porsche managed to get in there with the Forza Motorsport 7 reveal, and they got their new Porsche shown on stage. You know, woo, a brand new Beetle. But yeah, it was a good reveal. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing what this console can do. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people out there rubbing their hands waiting to get their hands on it to do a breakdown of can it do 4K at 60 FPS. So there'll be a lot swirling around about this console going into the next few months. But yeah, that's all the news I've got on that for you guys and girls. If you have any comments or any suggestions or anything like that, put them in the comment section down below. I'd like to know what you think about this console. Will you be buying into it? Will you be buying into it just for the one game that you want off it, or was there a couple of games that you liked that will make you buy this console? Or are you not going to touch it? Do you think it's a load of crap and you're not going to go near it? Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching and listening as always. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.